How are we gonna start this? I didn't think about
Yeah.
that. What is our intro gonna be?
Yeah, so do you wanna do like kind of an intro? Like for example, so
A One Oak introduction. How do we do a One Oak introduction?
like this?
You're when you're approaching a home and you're gonna start shooting, how do you go about the different details that a luxury home can have? What are you thinking about when you're shooting those parts of the home?
Well, man, I think like every single property it's so unique. So at the time that I approach a home, like a property, I think every single property has their own history behind it. So,
Yeah.
for example, there's some old and historical ones. There's a modern and a brand new ones, and I think every single one has these special details. At the moment that I got there, I see, okay, I need to tell a history behind it.
Yeah.
So, for example, I always look, I love like sunlight shadow, like some reflects, and I think this keeps the home alive, and it's what I always look for. For example, I think in my mind, okay, I need to tell the history behind this home and introduce for the new buyers, like for the clients, in a better way. So, yeah, I think this is like the main key, and I always look to tell like an history behind it, and the details and all of that stuff. It's based on what I see for every single one. That is why if you see like the final videos, every single one is like different. It's not like
There's different things to show off, right? You're not looking at the same house over and over again. It can be similar architecture or even from similar times, but that doesn't mean it.
Yeah, and it really depends of like this. For example, the sun. The sun is hitting just the side of the home, so you can see the sunlight getting in just at the living room. So yeah, it's better like to go around and see like where's the best like details to show that. The decoration always like it's super important to show that, and yeah, I think that's it.
All right, awesome. With all the different packages that One Oak provides, which one would you say is your favorite to do?
And I'd say videography for sure, especially drones, because it was like everything started in my life, and now more than ever the FPV walkthroughs videos.
Those are popular.
Yeah, now it's like super in trend. It's something new that we are like doing with some client, and this is super on trend. I think it's a really nice way to show, especially big house with big yards, and that you can go with the FPV behind the realtor. This is for me, I think it's the best and my favorite one right now.
All these different social medias where like you can put out video. How do you keep up with all of that?
Man, I think like since the beginning when I started like doing videos and all that stuff, I remember if you put like a drone shot in the video, it was like, oh my, this is the perfect video,
right?
You know?
That's true.
So that is the same thing that is happening right now. Like you need to keep up to date, like studying, like seeing the new trends, everything that is going on. The FPV drone is like something like kind of cool right now.
Yeah, it's trending now. A lot of new people are doing it.
Yeah, and if you remember, for example, when they just invent the gimbal, it was like kind of like a super revolution. Like the trends should try to be more, different. And I think like this is the secret. You always need to be, updated to the trends and see what people are looking for, and be creative. And the creativity always came from something,
Yeah.
And I think learning, like studying and learning is definitely the key.
There's always going to be a little innovation that pushes people to move to the next level.
Yeah, always. For example,
you're really good at this. Like your Instagram is always like his behind the scenes is really, really solid.
Yeah, I think it's super important. For example, these days, me and Richard will try like to do a 360, like going down the staircase, like trying, like to invent some new stuff, like to when the moment that people watch the video, they can say, oh wow, how did they do that?
Yeah.
That's the point. I think this is like the question that we are looking
we're trying
for
to answer. Yeah,
when we're trying to be like creative and
Yeah, absolutely, awesome. How do you collaborate with clients? There's a lot that goes into working with a client and trying to figure out what their vision is. So how do you step into the space or the headspace necessary to kind of complete the vision that they want?
First of all, it's super important to ask the clients to see like what he is expecting for, and normally the client has like some ideas, and the client has something in his mind like that he is expecting for. So in this case, I always try like to do my opinions about it, make sure of like, you know, something like weather, that is great day, and maybe it's not the perfect day to shoot, and I say, hey man, look, maybe it's better like to reschedule that, because I know it's kind of like a bad decision sometimes because the client has like the deadlines, but I always try to do my best looking like the final results, you know, because I know like I can shoot. For example, if the client has approached me and say, hey, look, Thiago, I want to do this and this, I can do that. But if I think it's like not the best option for that kind of property, I can say, man, what about if you do like something different like this or other options? So, you know,
that healthy back and forth, kind of giving them the option to be like, hey, listen, this is the idea that you've given me, but I think this could work better, or this could work more like
absolutely. We have a client that he always gave me like such a nice ideas, especially like with the cars getting in the property, and he has like such a nice cars, and he always say, hey man, let's do like a shot. We can start the video like with this car getting in, and I said, yeah, man, for sure, let's do it. And I always love these kind of ideas, because sometimes, you know, like we are so busy with all of these projects, and sometimes it's super nice like to get these ideas and, you know, open the mind for the projects.
Definitely.
I think this would be really cool.